It's a very emotional day.
Of course.
But yes, I did. Not that it matters, but anyway, my sister walked past me afterwards, and I tried to stop her by reaching out. Two of my fingers got caught in her hair. She had a fit and turned around and decked me.
Damn!
Decked you how?
Punched me in the face.
Okay. Which side of your face?
This side.
Okay, I'm gonna turn a light on. Just watch your eyes a second, okay?
I ain't gonna lie, she got her good.
Yo, Lulu.
Excuse me, bitch, I was running up my bag. Money on my shoulder, put designer on my ass. This shit too nice, but it's fucking up my head. So I be getting high, but I ain't popping fuckers in.
What it do, nephew? It's your Uncle Bo, and I'm coming at you with some that you know I gotta do now. This video right here, like I said, coming from NY Detective. Tired of this one. Sisters arrested for fighting at father's funeral. Man, I'm not gonna waste no more time. Let's go make sure we get into this one, bro. Make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm, man. Yo, Kalu. Make sure you share the video with somebody next to you. Then hit that subscription with that notification muscle, because we on the way to 10K in 2025. And I think in a few weeks, we're gonna get that 8K right now. Without further ado, nephew, Nisi, it's your Uncle Lou. Lou, believe me. Dripping blood? Wait, I'm confused. You gotta help me out there. The silent scar, you gotta help me out. Unless I'm out of context. Man, you saw, no wonder you a cop. Soft light claiming Charmin. Is that a song or something? Alright, damn, as soon as dad was in the box, they began a fade. The F. Yeah. Alright, so
February 23rd, 2025, officers responded to a church after a physical altercation broke out between two sisters during their father's funeral.
Sisters got into it.
Okay. Was one of the sisters the one that just
short,
left in
gruesome
front of
video clip.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
It's a funeral. It's very
Oh, no.
sad.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she started attacking the younger daughter verbally, and then the mother came by, which is sisters, and she just grabbed her hair and pulled her back really hard.
Okay.
And she was actually the one that called, and I saw the whole thing. So did my sister,
Okay.
because we were sitting at the same table. But
Okay.
Oh, he's probably farther in the
Yeah.
chat. That's
it's
why.
horrible because they're sisters. I'm like, this shouldn't be the place.
No, definitely not.
So it's very sensitive. I'm just letting you know.
Okay,
It's-
no
yeah,
problem.
it's-
Okay. Hello. Are you Kathy?
I sure am.
Hiya. You called police?
I did. Come on in.
All right.
I'm gonna give my Discord. Maybe Discord. You guys could probably.
Yeah,
I think that would probably
absolutely.
be a good place for that.
It's a very emotional day.
Of course.
But yes, I did. There had been some words from one of my sister's friends. Not that it matters, but anyway, my sister walked past me afterwards, and I tried to stop her by reaching out. Two of my fingers got caught in her hair. She had a fit and turned around and decked me.
Damn.
Decked you how?
Punched me in the face.
Okay. Which side of your face?
This side.
Okay, I'm gonna turn a light on. Just watch your eyes a second, okay?
I ain't gonna lie, she got her good.
Okay.
I could see it.
And can you describe how she decked you? Was it open fist, closed fist?
Closed fist.
Okay. Right hand, left hand.
But she definitely pulled her hair though. Yeah, she pulled her
It
hair.
had to be right hand.
Right hand. Okay. Do you know, is she
I knew
right
it was
or lefty?
fake. I knew it.
Righty. Okay.
I
Do
knew
you have
it.
any pain?
Yeah, she pulled her hair
or
for sure.
soreness, anything like that? Would you like to see any kind of medical attention? Okay. So just to kind of put the story together, you're saying that
She ain't see it
a
coming,
friend
that's
of her
why, Jennifer.
sister's made words, and she went to walk by, and you went to kind of pause her
All right, I'll
from.
back you up.
Okay.
I was taking flowers out of the spray,
Okay.
and my sister came up and said to me, "Would you move? They want to take a picture of us."
Okay.
I stepped aside, let them take their picture. The girl who was taking the picture said, "What do you think they're going to steal? Why are you hovering over their family time?"
Said that to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
And
don't
what
know
was
this
what
girl
was the
from
name of
Adam.
this friend? Do you know?
Kim
Okay.
is her name.
Okay.
And I don't know what triggered it, why she said it.
This was during the service?
So I
Not
get
to
mad.
cut you off. Where exactly this happened?
Dog, this is the most,
That whole-
bro. You realize this is the most ghettoest thing that I've ever seen in my life, right? I've never seen anything ghettoer than two sisters fighting at a father's funeral. I don't care what y'all saying. This is ghetto as fuck. This is ghetto as fuck. She ever got get hit by a non-man?
I turned around and looked at Kim and I said, where the f did that come from? She
Mm-hmm.
said it in church, but I was mad. And
She could wear
she
long
took a
hair.
picture, and off they walked.
She
And
like Bill
as my sister
Belichick with
walked by
her
me,
this
she
haircut.
muttered something else. And I reached out, like I said, to stop her. I think I reached with this hand because she was on this side of me. And my hand, two of my fingers got caught in her hair. And she yelled, ouch. So I'm sure maybe I pulled her hair. I don't know. That's it. I've had it.
That was with her right hand.
I knew it was fake.
I know it's.
I knew it.
Um,
I knew
What's the
it.
relationship you're in? This person who hit you is your sister.
Maybe I pulled her hair.
Sister.
no, it's a sister. I'll fill you in a second. Okay, so let me.
Angry because I gave the eulogy and I didn't mention her children in it. I mean,
So let me ask you now. Now that you mentioned.
What does
her
that have to
children,
do with your father's funeral?
What issue transpired between you and her daughter in that moment as well? Because I spoke to a few people outside on my way in, just, trying to find you. And the few people had stated that they saw what happened, made mention of some issue between you and your sister's daughter. Is that also how something transpired? Or is there anything you could tell me about that? Was there any verbal exchange between
Bro, she
you
thinking of a
and
lie
Denise?
hard as
Yeah.
fuck.
Okay, what did that look like?
she told me I gave a terrible eulogy.
Okay,
And I said, if you didn't like it, you should have said it. You should have got up there and done it yourself.
okay.
I mean, that's facts, though.
And she said, Grandpa asked you to do it. And I said, that's right. He did.
Damn, that's a
And then
bar.
I forget what my sister said to me, but that's when that part of it went on.
Yeah, she
Okay.
F around and found out for sure.
But after it all happened,
Perfectly agree with
my
this
brother's
about the
girlfriend
dash
is sitting
funeral.
there. And she's telling me that they're all in there talking about the fact that I hit her first.
Okay.
Yeah, girls are evil.
As
When it comes
far
to that fighting
as
stuff, they don't
the
play. They don't
threat
fight
to your
fair.
face, obviously, with something like that, I am going to have to speak to Maureen, get her side of the story as well. So anytime we have any kind of battery situation, which is unwanted touching, whether it's domestic related or just between two individuals, it's our job to investigate, obviously, both sides of the story. So I've heard a witness
This
statement,
officer
I've
is
heard
really
your
good,
statement, and
very
now,
polished.
The witness to speak to you.
well, obviously, when a police officer shows up, it's people tend to want to help in a situation. So when I stepped out, I asked if any of them were Kathy, because I don't know what you look like. So when I show up, I kind of ask questions. In that, they said, no, we're not, but we saw what happened. And so they came to, provide information about their perspective of the story. So in my case, when a witness, an independent witness, steps forward to provide information, it's just another link to the puzzle for a situation that I'm not here to observe. So I get to put a story together based on your statement, your sister's statement, and anybody else that wants to tell me a perspective. I'm not saying that a witness's perspective is always correct, because 9 times out of 10 it's not. But it's a
What are we talking about? What- Jenny. You grabbed a chick and rubbed her face. I was going to say a chicken is crazy. But you grabbed a chick and rubbed her face into the carpet once. The rug burn went from her chin to her nose. You got That's psychotic. That's psychotic.
Stop it. Get some help.
Hey, listen.
piece of information that we use towards figuring out where the connection is. Does that make sense?
The connection was her fist in my face.
That's the adrenaline.
And another connection was your hand and her hair, which you admitted to. So that's all I'm saying. So, and that was also corroborated by the witness. So like I said, I get your story, I'm going to get your sister's story, and then we're going to move on from there.
After reviewing the footage,
Yeah, dudes could fight even at a younger age. Like we could fight. That's one thing about dudes. Like we could fight and we could damn near shake the guy's hand. You know, if it's there, or like we could fight and still kind of be around or hover around that same space. Like, bro, if girls fight, it's like you guys are saying, it's to the death, but it's like you guys don't fight fair at all. Hair pulling, pulling their eyes, pulling earrings, showing trying to pull their shirt off, knowing they gotta cover themselves so they got no free hands. Like, it's crazy. Don't bring a ugly face to a knife fight is wild. You made a blood come from a girl's ear. That's what I'm talking about, though. Like me, back in the day when it came to fighting, it was just more like, I'm not losing. You know, that's how I would try to take it. Like, bro, I'm not
officers
losing.
went to the
But as long as I ain't die, it's cool.
sister's house to hear her side
Take
of the
the
story.
earrings out. Okay. Yeah. I've had enough.
Because it's a criminal investigation.
That's the other side of the story.
This is criminal.
Just, yeah, I mean, so. All right, sir, we'll talk to you in a minute.
He keep Miranda on the back
I
of
was
his
told I
phone.
don't even have to talk to you, much less.
You know,
Imagine him going on a date with this guy. You see on the back of his phone Miranda.
let me just read them. Just like I said it. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk with a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're questioned. You cannot afford to hire
BK
you
will
or
take you out, Nani.
represent you. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. So those are your rights. Having those in mind, do you want to talk to me about what happened?
I mean, if
I'm
you're
just
gonna
gonna-
pull your car up here and show me the video, that's
I'll
fine.
happily
I'm not
show you the video.
walking down there in the dark.
Okay, no, that's fine. Just while we're here right now, before we walk to our car, would you want to give me your side of the story, having your rights in mind?
She recording that shit.
My side of the story is my sister assaulted me.
Yep. Okay. So is that, yes, like, can I ask you some
And I
questions
should
about
be
it?
pressing charges against her.
But you decked her though, right?
We can talk about
I
that.
have pictures of my injuries.
Do you need an ambulance or anything?
Mandy, first time chatter, watching all the way from England? Sheesh.
So just what I saw in the video, I guess my only question.
BK got assaulted by a dude on the subway and she defended herself by stabbing him through the black.
I got between the two of them.
Damn.
Stop yelling.
Did you bump into her?
A knitting needle. Ooh.
Did you hit her at all
I
after
did
she?
not. I swung at her. Not sure if I made contact.
Damn.
What's all about this? If you don't mind. I have a family issue.
It is a family issue, and my sister does not recognize that she's the only child in the family. Left my children out of the eulogy when she read it.
I heard about that. I'm sorry about
Like,
that.
no grandchildren were named, mentioned. They were like the light of his life.
All right.
But what does that have to do with the father, though? Like, I get that it was a big part of his life, but this is your sister giving the eulogy to her father's funeral. What does your kids have to do with her eulogy to her father? Like, you guys have the same dad or whatever, but like, bro, those are your kids. If that's how you feel, you go and give that eulogy.
So,
A knitting needle once.
my daughter actually said something to her about it. Your eulogy was awful. Why were we left out? And she got back in my daughter's face and said, well, if you wanted to be mentioned, you should have done it yourself. Well, my father left a list of how he wanted this funeral to go. And she was listed to say the eulogy. I'm sure he never in his wildest dreams would have thought that she would omit his grandchildren.
Okay. So in the video, I'll show it to you.
I don't think I genuinely feel like he wasn't going to care like that.
I'm not arguing with that. It looks like you did bump her. Is that something you think beyond
My funeral, I don't want it to be this big old ceremony.
You didn't touch
I
her at all.
guarantee.
Right. But after she pulled your hair in response, you swung at her.
I did.
You're not sure if you made contact, right?
I'm not, but I can show you. the
Is today
pictures.
Saturday? I thought it was Sunday. I think today's Sunday, Jenny.
And did you see that she scratched my neck all the way down?
I did not know.
as
But
she
have a
pulled my
great
hair?
day.
Jeez, no. Okay.
So I mean, that's a defensible move. Like,
Yep.
and I mean, I was even looking because so there we were taking pictures right before the incident happened.
Yep.
Time stamped 1:27, and by the time I got home, changed my clothes 2:09. So that's
Yeah, we tried
fresh.
to call you. I was trying to get your side of the story there to make everything simpler.
Yeah, well, I have that call block thing on my phone. If I don't
Is that what it
recognize
was?
a number,
Yeah.
it doesn't ring through.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, I have to place you under arrest. Okay, just based on what happened. We'll talk
Damn.
Stay
over there, sir.
I want to give him my.
So
Stay over there.
she's getting. Why couldn't we use this guy's mic?
I don't want to make a show of it. Okay, guys.
Hey, that's a plot twist. I thought the other lady was gonna go because she fake pulled hair, right? Here's a list of what I want and how I want, so you two don't make it into yet another fight. These two, well, will have different interpretations of the master's final words. I mean, bruh. At the end of the day, like, I'm a simple guy too. Like, if it was me, if I have a funeral, bro, just keep it less than an hour. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, keep the service about an hour. It don't need to be longer than an hour. That's one. And then two, like, I don't need 50 to 100 people there. I don't need that. I think about like 20 max, But
I'll put two cuffs on you if it's too tight.
We're gonna
Yeah,
walk
we'll
you
get keyed on and everything.
down to the
them
driveway.
funerals be long as shit, bro.
I'll explain it.
Y'all been to funerals,
Yeah.
bro? Them shits be
you
long
both
as
I'll
hell.
explain everything in a minute. Okay.
I went to a funeral like a year and a half
It's not
ago.
something to be.
Bro, we was in the church for like 4.5 hours. We didn't even pull up to the cemetery until after that. I'm like, dude. And you feel kind of bad because you're like, oh, this is a funeral. But damn, bro, you about to make me waste the rest of the time I have left on earth. Shit.
You want to do? Trust me.
Then why?
It's the law, ma'am.
Ow,
I
my
be
hand.
fucked up on
Okay.
my favorite trip. Scored yourself for foods. I love to talk about how much I
We can switch the shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to grab a pair of shoes, that's fine.
These lights can fly.
Yeah, but we can't change the outfit, unfortunately.
You guys could say something up front in the very beginning of this whole thing. That's my place.
Well, I want to get her side of the story. I want to give her a fair chance to get her side of the story.
Cremate?
Can you see it?
So hopefully we're not going to be in the same.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being ashes.
We have to go. She's in Palm Harbor. Is that correct?
Oh, you have to go to her house to get her? No, she's at my dad's where she shouldn't
Okay.
be.
Sprinkle me in a blunt? No, I'm playing. I'm playing. That's sick.
Yeah, I'll talk to you before I leave. We do. I don't have an island.
Smoking on that Lulu pack?
Palm Harbor address.
Island Way. She's staying there with her convict brother who's on probation right now.
Do you want your phone, or do you want him to have it?
Bruh, I do not want to hate
I
my
don't think I
sister
can
this
take it,
bad.
can I?
No, you can take
I
it.
love my
I have
sisters.
no pockets. I have nothing.
But to get to this point,
We'll take them. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's get her in the car first. We'll grab the shoes, and then we'll come grab them.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. Just keep them there. We're gonna go down to the car first, and we'll be back for the shoes. That's secondary.
Out of my closet, but actually.
Okay, let's go.
sober cannabis
Both sisters were
cultivation.
charged with battery. Share your thoughts in the comments.
Okay, so they both got charged. All right. So that just goes to show y'all, don't fight nobody. You can't even fight your own family members, bro. Who can you fight? No, for real. I'm serious. If you can't fight your own sisters, who are you gonna be out here fighting? It's not worth it. Oh, what's up, John? John, I want to say John, first time chatter in the chat too. What's up, John?